Good gardening afternoon. This morning I checked the bees and expanded the hive. Now I do want to tell you that this morning I did this without a smoker. I don't recommend that anyone does that without a smoker, although my bees seem to do okay today. Last evening I went ahead and redid the stand to lower the level of the bees and managed to get all of that done very easily. As you can see here, the bees have been busy. Last week there was no comb at all on this. We did have a little problem with that frame, but here's the next frame, frame number 2. You can see nicely covered, capped brood. The queen is doing quite well with laying and producing new bees. Now, if you remember, last week I did put some of the empty or mostly empty frames in between some of these frames so that the queen would stop, or the queen and the workers would stop wanting to swarm. There were a couple of queen cells, not cells, queen cups, but those were taken care of last week, and there were no new ones after putting those frames that were not completely filled out or built out in between the ones that were completely built out. So you can see that they're quite busy building out comb. Lots of brood, capped brood. Here's another one with lots of capped brood. Lots of bees. And really, the bees were quite calm this morning, and I did this without a smoker and was just fine. I thought I might have to go back and get one. Here you can see one of the frames that had a little bit of comb built out now has a lot of comb built out. Here you can see lots and lots of capped brood, lots and lots of bees. And here is where I have the beetle trap, and they decided to build comb on the beetle trap. So I'm going to have to take that out. So you can see that they have just made tons of comb, and last week this beetle trap was not attached to the frame. It was actually put in after the frames were put in, and by this week they have already attached that on quite strongly and have built out that comb. And you can see they're starting already to build comb on the last empty frame that was in the hive. So I am actually going to replace the 3 frames that I took out that are in that side box with 3 frames that have just a little bit of foundation on them so that the bees can use that foundation as a pattern. And then I am going to put the new box on with plenty of empty frames. with just foundation on them. Every time I move these frames in the box, I'm always afraid that I'm going to squish bees, and inevitably I think I do, but I try not to. So there's the second box going on, and here you can see how the little bees form this little, almost like a little trail of bees, and it's like they're measuring stuff doing this. But it is so cool. So here we're just adding the frames, putting them in the new box so that they can expand. It will be interesting to see how long it takes them to fill some of these out and begin the process of getting their second brood chamber full. And here is that comb that they built out, and you can see it's just pretty white comb. And here are the happy bees. Have a wonderful week full of bountiful blossoms and blessings.